Hi, this is Matthew Park with the YLOC. This is the 7th grade Lesson 16 Math Preview video. Let's get started off with number 1. Layla weighs 144.8 pounds. What is the best estimate of her weight in kilograms? Note that 1 pound is equivalent to 0.5 kilograms. Well, to better understand this problem, what we can do is multiply this expression by 2 on both sides to make it easier to understand. Doing so gets us that 2 pounds is equal to 1 kilogram. And what we want to do is that we have Layla's weight, which is 144.8 pounds, and we want to convert that to some number of kilograms. Well, to do this, what we can do is divide her weight by 2 in order to convert it to kilograms. Remember that we know that 2 pounds is equivalent to 1 kilogram. So to get from pounds to kilograms, what we need to do is divide by 2. So doing that, 144.8 divided by 2, we will get 14, 0, bring down the 4, 2. And now remember, when you're dividing a decimal number, that the decimal will move up into the answer. So we would put a decimal point after the 2. So our answer ends up being 72.4 kilograms, making our answer A. For number 2, which expression is equivalent to the expression below? What we have is 0.4 times y minus 1.8. Well, to solve this, what we need to do is take our 0.4 and multiply it into each thing or term inside of the parentheses. And that will give us an equivalent expression that will match up with the answers here. So doing that, we get 0.4 multiplied by y subtracted by 0.4 times 1.8. Simplifying that gets us 0.4y subtracted by 7.2. 0.4 times 1.8 would be 7.2. Now if we look at our answer choices, this matches up with D. So all we did in this problem is that we took our original 0.4 and multiplied it into each term in the parentheses. Moving on to number 3. What is the best estimate of the mass of 8.5 fluid ounces of water in kilograms? This one is pretty similar to number 1. So by utilizing the relationship and changing this value accordingly, you can solve that one. Since we already did one that's similar, let's move on. Number 5 is also similar to number 2. This time it's reversed. So you would multiply 0.2 into each term. We can go ahead and do this one. So remember that we're multiplying our outside number by each term inside of the parentheses. So we would get 0.2 times y plus 0.2 times 1.3. Simplifying that, 1.3 times 0.2 would be 0.26. This matches up with B, so our answer would be B. Moving on to number 6. What is the area of a screen of mobile phone in centimeters square, the width of which is 4.2 centimeters and the length is 7.6 centimeters? Well, to help us better visualize, we can draw a picture. Pretend this is a cell phone. We know that the screen is 4.2 centimeters wide and 7.6 centimeters long. This would be a rectangle. And if you recall your formula for finding the area of a rectangle, that would be length times width. So we have a length and a width. So all we need to do is multiply these two numbers together to find the area. 7.6 times 4.2. Solving this. And remember to carry over your decimals. We would get 31.92, making our answer C. Moving on to these. Solve the proportion. Now, to solve proportions, what we can do is use cross multiplication. Or in other words, we can rewrite this expression by cross multiplying. So we multiply D by A and B by C. So we get AD equals BC. You need to multiply this term by the top term and that term by that top term. To show this in practice, let's look at number 3. 13 over 6 equals 52 over Z. To solve this, we can use cross multiplication to get something that's more workable. So we multiply the bottom term by that term, and this bottom term by that term. That gets us 13Z is equal to 312. Now we have a simple division problem that we can use to solve for Z. I'll rewrite that because that kind of looks like it too. Z, there we go. So to solve this, we got 312 divided by 13. We get Z is equal to 24. So in other words, we use cross multiplication to turn this proportion into a simple algebraic equation that we can solve. We can do one more. Let's look at number 5. We have 5m over 6 equals 10 over 12. Again, we can utilize cross multiplication. So we would multiply the blue terms together and the red terms together. Remember, it's the bottom times the top of the other and the bottom times the top of the other. Solving this, we get 5m times 12, which would be 60m, is equivalent to 10 times 6, which would be 60. M would be 10 after dividing 60 on both sides. I'm sorry, m would be 1. 60 divided by 60 would be 1. I hope this was helpful, and thank you.